So, stepping, right? To start out, let's identify a couple of things. And I might have put up a clip on this somewhere else. If not, I'm rehashing it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Stepping. I'm going to define stepping as how far I can reach with my foot and my big toe without changing my base. Meaning I didn't shift gravity from center. So that's a step. Versus a lunge being I can touch down, I can transfer weight. So if I transfer weight to the foot, that's a lunge. If I just put my toe down, that's a step. In general, when you start with clubs, you're probably going to learn one or two patterns. You're most likely going to learn a rising pattern and a falling pattern. And what I mean by that is, right now the clubs are falling in front, right? They're falling in front of me. And if I reverse that, then they are rising in front of me. Rising. And these can be termed circles, hearts, movement, whatever. Rising on the midline, falling on the midline. Right? Falling on the midline. So if it's a single club falling on the midline, if it's a single club rising on the midline. For timing, in general, I will say start with one club and use the passing of the club through a specific range of motion as the cue to step first. So I'm going to start out with just a step forward with my right foot. When the club passes my right foot, I step, and then I bring my foot back. So from the front, the club passes right there. It's passing my leg, and I step. If you wanted to play with this, this is a good drill to get the timing of it. Because once two clubs get involved, timing becomes an issue. I have to be flat. What do I mean by flat? I have to have a flat plane for the clubs to travel through, unless I want to change the plane. Meaning I want to extend them out in front of me, or take them from perpendicular to the ground and start altering that plane to parallel or back to perpendicular. So for the purposes of this drill, you're perpendicular. And if you just make a pendulum, you can make it with just the elbow. So I can step when I open, or I can open when I step, or I can close. And again, remember, this is stepping, not lunging. So progressions, right? You can start the scissors. And once I've got the scissors going, I can step. Or I can step on the close. Or you can river dance. Whatever timing you want to play with. Now, if you've got the idea of the timing and the cue to move being when the arm passes the leg, for me right now, when the arm goes through 6 o'clock, there, that's my cue to move, and I'm stepping. Let's do lunging. So again, lunging is stepping and changing center of gravity. I move my center of gravity. So a lunge is shifting center of gravity towards or away from the lunging leg. Away from the lunging leg might look like that. I step back, right? Not a lot of reasons why I would want to do that with a club in my hand, unless I was doing something maybe like an S-lift, where I've stepped back, I come in, and I lean way back. So I've got that nice vertical line from foot all the way up through the shoulders, and then I lean forward until my arms clear the clubs and my leg, and maybe I lean back again, or maybe I stay in the S-lift going forwards and try to make that angle. So that's how I might use a lunge. Let's go backwards. Let's make it easier. So we have the pendulum with the step. Now I'm moving gravity. I'm changing center of gravity, so I'm lunging. If I step to a lunge, or I might just keep it one beat. That. So I'm doing that. And as the clubs pass my legs, when they open, okay, the sides, 45, 45 to the rear, 45 to the rear, 45 with a drop. Notice I have to change the plane of the club to not hit my leg, or I have to time it so that I'm back here before the clubs come back in. This is an easy way to start getting a firm handle on the timing that it takes to walk with clubs. So, knowing that, I have to clear that bottom, right? And then maybe I want to turn around. One of the things I liked from Tommy, one of the guys that helped Dr. Thomas down in Iowa at the university, was that he would slow down. He would slow down quite a bit. So as the clubs come under my chin, he would about face and then go back to timing. Right? So here, my left foot is in front. I have lunged. As these go up, I'm going to turn 90 degrees, 180 degrees. Now my left foot is in the back, my right foot is in the front, and I continue the pattern. And I've changed 180 degrees. If I want to go 90 degrees, and I don't want to run into the wall, so I'm going to turn 180 degrees and move. So there's been some questions about moving with clubs. How do I keep moving with the clubs? First, establish when do you move. What's your cue to move? So at what point do you transfer weight? At what point do you move your foot? When do the clubs go in and out? Establish that first. Then start with simple things like stepping. Just move. How far can you move your big toe out? Touch down and bring it back. Then add actual shifting of the center of gravity. Lunging. Now you're lunging into the compass points. Straight ahead, 45 degrees, lateral, 45 to the rear, straight to the rear, switch legs. You could include cross steps. What do I mean by that? If I can go straight forward and 45 degrees to my right, I can go straight forward and I can go 45 degrees to my left with a cross step, or changing. Notice my shoulders stay forward, my shoulders change. Right? Cross step versus turn and step. All of these can be variations that you play with the club in your hand. And when you start playing with them, You're going to discover things in how you move and how much fun it can be. Have fun, don't break. Hit me with any questions. Cheers.